Hi, I'm Guitar George. I want to talk to you very briefly about a guitar setup. What exactly is a guitar setup and why would you feel you need to have it done professionally? Well, basically a setup is the fine adjustment of all the little settings on the guitar to make sure it's playing to its absolute maximum. It sounds great, feels great to play. So what are the five main areas on the setup? Well, first of all, it's the truss rod in the neck. There's a steel rod that runs down the back of the neck, inside the neck, and it balances the tension in this truss rod against the tension in the strings. The strings want to pull the neck into a curve, the truss rod will pull it back so it's just off flat. It's adjusted with a small screw, you just about see perhaps, in the end of the neck on this one. Some guitars the adjustment's down on the heel, but it's important you have just that right amount of curvature in the neck. Next, I'm going to look at the height of the bridge. If the bridge is too high, it will make playing chords at this end of the neck very difficult, hard on the fingers. If it's too low, as this one is at the moment, strings will buzz dreadfully. You really don't want that. So this bridge needs to come up very, very slightly. Once I've done that, I'm going to look at the nut. Now this one has actually had a new nut fitted, a new bone nut, which will improve the sound of the neck. But I haven't cut the slots deep enough yet, so the action is very, very high at this end of the neck. It's very difficult to push down on the strings and play the guitar properly. It's quite painful, in fact. So that needs to be sorted out. Once I've done that, I'll look at the intonation. The intonation, it's the movement of these, the bridge saddles up and down the line of the string. There's a small screw for each individual saddle, and they need to be put in exactly the right place. If you play the guitar at the open chords and they sound in tune, if the intonation's not right, when you start to get to the upper reaches of the neck, they'll start to sound out of tune, so they need to be adjusted very, very carefully. Once that's done, I'll look at the pickup heights. Well, the pickups, I'm just looking at this one, the pickup on the bridge side looks much, much higher than on the neck, which means it's going to have a much greater output than the bridge or the neck. Important that the two are balanced. You don't want to switch between one pickup and the other, and one's be much, much louder than the other. Plus, if you bring them too high, too close to the strings, the output goes up, they start to distort and sound very unpleasant, shall we say. If they're much, much too low, the sound is awfully woolly and fluffy and you lose a lot of the definition. But all of those settings all need to be done at the same time. If you just try to change one thing, change the set in the neck alone, it will put out the action at this end of the neck and you need to readjust the bridge. So if you watch very carefully over the next set of videos, I'm going to show you one by one how I set each set of the standard 5-point setup. So there we go. Keep watching and have a good day. For more information, check out my website www.guitar-george.co.uk.